My name is Rhapsody, and we begin again in media res on Ascension Mode 4 for the Defect. Hello again. 50% of my maximum HP for 250 gold. That's almost never going to happen in Ascension. There's a couple good paths here. Oh, no, I lied. There's garbage paths everywhere. It's just garbage. Pretty much through and through. Okay, I want to hit up more events than elites, so I'm looking more towards trading my starting relic almost all of the time as the Defect, especially in Ascension runs, but... Alright, let's... Whoa! The Snecko Eye! Draw 2 additional cards every turn, start each combat confused. Alright, well that's gonna make life really difficult until suddenly it's not. What I'm basically saying there is that this is going to be a rough run until we get Echo Form, or Creative AI, or Meteor Strike especially. At which point this run will certainly be awesome. I needed to channel the Lightning Orb there so that when I draw dual cast, it's not just a dead card in hand. This is really unfortunate. The variance on costs there made it difficult to play that hand effectively. Alright. Meteor Strike! No. So, again, Snecko Eye, draw 2 additional cards every single turn, start each combat confused. Confused means that it randomizes the cost of any card when you draw it, exclusively when you draw it. Not when you pull it out of a discard pile, not when you pull it out of your bank out of your deck or anything like that. Only when you do the draw function to gain a card, it will randomize its cost between 0 and 3. Okay, tiny chest, gain 30 gold, you're 10% more likely to find treasure in question mark rooms. Great, that reinforces our decision to try and hit up as many question marks as is humanely possible. Okay. Do need to start getting some damage in because we didn't have the Lightning Orb to start the fight with. Dual cast is constantly costing way too much for us. I'm actually a little bit frustrated about it. Alright, we should be fine though. Fire, Potion, Ball, Lightning, Barrage, Capacitor, no. We're gonna need a good card pretty quick. Unfortunately, dual cast is completely dead right now though. So I can pick up an easy 15 block there. Single strike kills the front line. Double defend. Set up for the back line. Beautiful. So basically dual cast kills here. Yeah. Dual cast is constantly getting the worst end of the stick on that one. Now, X cost cards, when you have Snecko Eye, are unaffected. Because you can't randomize the cost of an X-cost card because it doesn't abide by normal costing rules. So having a couple X-cost cards in the deck is okay, but at the same rate, do I want Tempest? Not really? I'll take it though because I have nothing else and I've got a elite coming up. Toolbox, at the start of each combat, add a random colorless card to your hand. Not draw a random colorless card. And the reason that is important as a distinction is because this means that the colorless card will not have its cost changed. It will be the base cost of whatever it is. We'll upgrade Tempest. See, if we upgrade Zap, it goes down to 0 cost. If we upgrade Dual Cast, it goes down to 0 cost. But both of those upgrades are completely superseded by the Confused effect from Snecko Eye. So there's no reason to upgrade those if they are only going to change their costs. I'm actually considering possibly not going to the elite, just going to the shop, trying to give myself a better chance of finding the... Yeah, I'm actually going to do it. Well, there's the Mummified Hand. Whenever you play a power, a random card in your hand costs 0 for the rest of the turn. I mean, I think it's early enough that I can have this run pick up a lot of powers, so I'm going to take the Mummified Hand. We'll see if it actually ends up being good, though. Because I could totally foresee a world in which it does not. In which it basically ends up performing nothing. Okay. Now, this is going to split the enemy. I'm actually going to throw a fire potion here because I do need to hold on to my HP. Beautiful. Darkness Cold Snap. No. Darkstone Periapt. Whenever you obtain a curse, increase your max HP by 6 as well as your current HP. Mind? Don't show me. Good. Oh, okay. Sunder is really, really, really good in this build. Deals 24 damage to an enemy. If it kills the enemy, gain 3 energy. If this ever costs less than 3, it's a refund of energy. Oh, Master of Strategy. Beautiful. And Sunder costing very little there. Beautiful. Okay, we'll do our draw. Now, I am going to have to Tempest. Did that really not hit the back line at all? You actually have to be kidding me. Wow. I was expecting it to hit the back line at least once so that I could Sunder and then continue my turn. But instead, it completely dodged me. I'm mad. I'm actually frustrated. This is the tone of voice I have when I'm frustrated. Look at me. I'm so frustrated. I'm sad. Okay, Hyper Beam. I think maybe we don't even take Hyper Beam. It can cost less, sure. But we are going to be picking up a lot of powers eventually, courtesy of the Mummified Hand interaction. And Hyper Beam is a bit rough. Now we'll upgrade Sunder, so it does more damage, so that we have an easier time killing things with it. Okay, there's the Sunder. So 32. Beautiful. So I can do that. Gain my energy back. Pull a strike out of the deck here. Double defend, and actually going to start working on this sentry. Because I'm not going to be able to kill this sentry by the next turn. Well, I mean, I possibly could have. It really depends on the draw, right? Yeah, we did end up getting Sunder, so I could have killed this sentry. That's my bad. Alright, well, I'll Sunder you, gain some energy. Definitely gonna zap. Not too pleased that I had to play defense there. And the enemy is deceased. Sunder. Bag of Preparation at the start of each combat. Draw 2 additional cards. That's going to be really, really handy for us. Our opening hand, courtesy of the Snake Eye, drawing 2 additional cards each turn, as well as the Bag of Preparation, is going to be 9 cards large. That's going to give us a lot of decisions. I will take Capacity here, just because it's a power, so it'll make something else cost 0. Okay, let's think ahead. I'm going to put the Sunder back on top of the deck so that I can draw it costing less. Yeah, that did generate 2 orbs. Good. Alright, so we did draw Sunder costing less. Beautiful. Storm, because I am going to put a bunch of powers in the deck. I'm extremely tempted not to rest here. Ooh. 0 cost Storm. Beautiful. Definitely Strike. Definitely Sunder. You know what? I probably also just Tempest. Get it out of my hand. I have that Lightning active already. Pretty defensive hand next hand. If I use my energy potion here, I can actually defend again. See if we perfect. No, I don't need to perfect the fight. Energy potion's worth more than 2 HP. Ascension, I don't need to perfect. We'll be fine. Not too pleased that so much of my defense, or so many, rather, of my defense cards cost so much right now. Ow. Hey, we got 2 defensive cards. Hell yes. All right, good. This is about the rate at which we need to be killing the enemy. Just because the enemy gets to this point and then immediately destroys us. So, beautiful. There's the Sunder. We did get to hold on to the energy potion. Second energy potion as well. Rainbow versus Hyper Beam versus Bias Cognition. Bias Cognition is another power, but it's also a low-cost power, and it's a power that doesn't really synergize with our deck as it currently stands. Yes, it does. I'm a liar. Let's take it. We need extra energy is the problem. But I don't want to give up my money. But I also don't have defense. This could be really bad. Just like one encounter with the birds, and we're probably dead. But it was pretty important that we pick up what we could there. Okay. Wow. Made very, very useless cards cost less. I was kind of hoping it would affect the 3 costs. By the way, look at this. 3 cost, 3 cost, 3 cost, 3 cost, 2 cost, 2 cost, and then 2 of them were affected to be 0 cost. We had a really, really crummy draw there. All right. Thanks for the damage. At least we've got Sunder. Alright, Sunder for an easy kill. We do need Biased so that we can actually start dealing some damage here. Otherwise, there goes the rest of our money. That's a hell of a lot of HP. Speaking of, there goes. Remove all strikes, obtained 5 bites. Yep. I mean, my current HP was below what my new max HP value was going to be, so I don't think it was going to affect us that severely. We don't get to play 5 cards in a turn. I mean, we should, because of the extra energy, because of the Snag Eye, because of the Mummified Hand. Right. And we also need some AoE on this floor, so I will take Panache. But we are, like, entirely at the whims of... Wow. Random chance in terms of, wow, really? They all decided to attack on the first turn. I had to play Panache first so that I can play Storm, Biased. And then I can play basically the rest of the hands. One more card would be lovely right now. Just. That's really annoying. That's super annoying. So, if Meteor Strike had ever shown up in that run, if Echo Form or Creative AI had ever shown up in that run, we would have just completely won. We tried to give ourselves as many chances as possible by going to extra shops, by trying to steer clear of standard fights because there's a low chance of the reward of power. That's really annoying. That run had super, super, super high potential. Ah, well. Alright, remove a card. I think I go Random Boss Relic again, unless we've got like an Elite super early. Both of these would have to be... Okay. Astrolabe, upon pickup, choose 3 cards, transform and upgrade them. I'm going to do it with 3 strikes, because oftentimes I find, even in the early game, Defect is just too lacking in defense, so I don't want to throw my defensive cards away. They can transform. Attacks can transform into skills or powers, right? They don't stay attacks necessarily. See here, we got a skill, and an attack. That's a really good skill. That's a really good skill. That's a reasonable attack. All right. Go for the eyes. Reboot. Zap. Strike. Go for the eyes. I could dual cast here. Probably not a great idea, though. Zap double defend. All right, 25. 25 minus 16, 9. So, no, we're not going to be able to kill this turn. I'm basically just trying to keep a track of, is dual cast lethal? Y/M. Boot sequence. Gives you time. I mean, we currently have a 0 cost, upgraded 0 cost, upgraded 0 cost. I might take Scrape here. We'll see how it goes. This is super annoying. See, I know I'm about to be weakened, so I know that my standard strike is going to go down to dealing 4 damage, which is why I hit the Acid Slime with the 4 damage before that. Oh, no 0 costs. I know that there's a 0 cost in there now, so. I do need to upgrade Zap so that I can actually draw it with my 0 cost digging. Okay, another go for the eyes? I mean, the upgraded double energy is 0 energy. But ideally, I wouldn't want that. Don't want to take a second go for the eyes. I want some more variety. I'm actually going to straight up throw away all of these for the new set. Pretty good pickups there, actually. Alright. Weaken the backliner makes auto shields a complete block for us. Ooh, double hit the frontliner there as well. Beautiful. Show me dual cast. Nope. Dual cast kills. Beautiful. All right. Feeling pretty good about that one. Another go for the eyes game, please. Thread and Needle at the start of each combat gain 5 plated armor. Beautiful. In case you're unfamiliar with plated armor, because I haven't said so in quite a while, gain 5 block at the end of your turn. Losing HP from any attack reduces your stacks of plated armor by 1. So it's really important that you try to avoid any individual hits that you can. So that was basically just to weaken you. I probably shouldn't have done that to you, though. Because I do have to kill the other sentries first. Or one of, at least. Okay. I'm 2 defense short of defending myself fully. No, I don't need to. I'm only going to lose 1 charge of my... 1 charge of my plated armor. Fully defended this turn, hell yes. Plated armor is ridiculous in the early game. It's actually going to allow us pretty single-handedly to stand up to the Gremlin Knob without really feeling too bad about it. And yes, I called them the Gremlin Knob. Whoops. No 0 costs in there so far. Might get one, though. Oh. Alright. 31 HP left on the board. Beautiful. Single strike kills, and I'm pretty certain we've got one in the next hand, which we do. Alrighty then. Art of War. If you don't play any Attacher in your turn, gain an extra energy next turn. That's not going to be super relevant for our deck, hopefully. I'll take a second Scrape. I don't want to take too many scrapes because they start stepping on top of each other. We'll take a regen potion here as well. Remove a card. We'll remove... Basically, things with costs associated with them need to be removed. We'll... Or, you know, upgraded so they don't have a cost. Calipers, at the start of your turn, lose 15 block rather than all of your block. There is the makings for, like, a really good defensive run right here that I'm basically entirely ignoring. Take a deep breath and another removal on a card that costs energy. I do want to try and see if I can get this all-for-one scrape build going on. Unfortunately, I don't have, you know, all-for-one right now. Basically, I'm just trying to get as many zaps played as possible before this enemy wakes up. Alright. You're waking up this turn no matter what I do, so... Zap. Deep breath to shuffle Zap back into the deck. We'll scrape. Didn't get the card I was looking for there, unfortunately. Hey, there's my Zap. Auto shields is actually going to almost entirely block the enemy. It's ridiculous. And the enemy's even still weakened, and we have auto shields again. What is this world in which we live? I could have played 2 more defenses there, but it would not have carried over any defense to this turn courtesy of Calipers, so it wouldn't have made a difference at all. Okay, there's no 0 cost in there, so I'm going to deep breathe before I scrape. So that I can shuffle my 0 cost back into my draw pile, and then I can draw them using the scrape. Like that. This is actually insane how good this scrape build is right now. Sundial! Holy crumbs! Every 3 times you shuffle your deck, gain an energy. The deep breath shuffles our deck. Reboot shuffles our deck. We have the ability to get a ridiculous amount of energy right now. Holy crumbs, you folk. This is bonkers. Reboot. Zap. Then scrape. Do that again. Deeply breathe. Scrape. Zap. And how ridiculous was that turn? All right, all for one makes this build now. So I'm just looking for that all for one. Things with a cost are really, really going to be insanely difficult to argue that I need to include them in my deck. Okay, reboot. Bunch of extra energy. Okay, we'll go for the eyes. I know Scrape is going to pick up Zap here, so I'll go for the eyes. Scrape, Zap, Deep Breathe. Okay, we did get go for the eyes again. Another Zap, Strike, double defense. Holy heck. Oh man, that frontliner didn't take damage there. Auto shields, and yeah, it's time to dual cast. All for one. All for one. Okay, 2-0 cost in the deck, so it's definitely time to hit up those scrapes. Deep breathe to get the cards back. Scrape again. Another zap. Hell yes. Alright, so we have a 9 damage complement going on right now, and there's lethal. Beautiful. Prayer Wheel, non-boss chest now can also contain cards. Bias card. Nope. None. They have costs associated with them. I've been very clear. Turbo is gain to... No, I have the ability to gain energy already. If I could take Madness, I would, because it would turn one of my non-zero cost cards into a 0 cost card, but I can't take Madness, so I won't. And here, I actually am going to Smith Deep Breath, so that I can use it more likely to draw another scrape to continue my chain. So there's 2 0 costs in there, so I can scrape. Ooh, okay, I got both of my 0 costs, so we'll deep breathe before we scrape again. Now reboot and do the whole thing again. Hell yes. Over the eyes, zap, deep breathe to get those back in my deck. Oh, we got both of them? Oh, well, that's gonna make one of these scrapes completely useless. All right. That's a pretty good opener. Go for the eyes, deeply breathe. Go for the eyes. Scrape, zap, scrape. Auto shields is definitely getting played at some point. Like right now. Now this run is currently pretty broken. I'm a little worried though. At what point is the other shoe going to drop? When am I suddenly going to run into a roadblock and die? I'm actually going to dual cast here as well. Zap, deep breathe. Okay. Scrape picks up another go for the eyes. Ridiculous amount of defense. I am so pleased with this thread and needle. Zap, scrape. What just happened there? My auto shields didn't play. Oh, I must have had block already when I played them. Weird. Alright, we'll deeply breathe. Give me those 0 costs. Or, you know, just die. That is a really, really quick kill. Another reboot, definitely. Like, Meteor Strike would be nice. Once. But if this exhausted, I might actually take it. But I can't. Reboot. I'm actually leaning towards dropping a block potion and taking a fire potion. We definitely need extra energy, so it's almost certainly Sozu here. Do we need extra energy? We float a lot of energy. I don't think we need extra energy. I think we take the tiny house. What is this world? I think it's correct. Yeah, upgraded to defend. Beam Cell, another scrape. No, another scrape will step on its own toes. We'll take Beam Cell. Well, that is insane. I believe that was the correct decision as well. Whew. What a spicy decide. There's actually a 4 elite path, and I'm feeling a little bit cocky here, so let's have a look at this 4 elite path. I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to go the whole way down the 4 elite path, but I might go all the way down the 4 elite path. Use the smaller reboot there. Right, we need the upfront damage of the orbs, so we'll do that. Zap. Beam Cell. There is a 0 cost in there. We'll scrape and draw it. We'll deeply breathe here. Scrape again. I should start casting my 1-cost cards where I get the opportunity. So basically, I'm treating the reboots as a refill of my hand after I've done as much as I can. So Scrape is its own engine, but it's an engine that runs out because Scrape can't draw Scrape, right? Because Scrape costs 1 and I can only draw the 0 cost. So I do all of my engine stuff that I can, and then I use a reboot. And then I try and do my engine stuff. So what? My engine actually includes the deep breath. So I do all my engine stuff, I deep breathe, I do all my engine stuff. When I run out of cards, I reboot and then I start again. I love it. Recycle is interesting, but probably not a good card. Because energy is actually not a thing we want. We do kind of want to be able to exhaust cards, but then Recycle is also going to be a card that I've got that I'm like, okay, what do I do with this? So I think we take none of those. And we definitely can't take Hello World because we don't want to screw up the deck. Strike reboot. There goes our first reboot. Beam Cell, go for the eyes. Scrape gives us Zap, Deep Breath. Another go for the eyes. Strike, reboot again to completely start this over. Zap, Beam Cell, Deep Breath. Hey, beautiful, we got another Scrape. So we can continue the chain. All the way to Murder Town. None of those. Definitely none of those. Ooh, I did not know that you could have this fight this early on this floor. That's interesting. Kind of saddening in a way, but interesting. Reboot. Gave us the energy back as well. Alright, start working on the next one, and that's the end of the turn. We've got a full complement of lightning orbs, and one of the enemies is down. I mean, this is... The thing is, all of the tiny hits that are happening, to me, feel minuscule, right? I look at them and I'm like, I mean, that's not really impactful. But add it all up together, there is a ridiculous impact going on. It's frankly insane how much damage this can do. So, I guess I'm actually just straight up playing out my... Never mind, enemy's dead already. Whoops. Skim, Doom, and Gloom, Axe Kick. I don't think I take Axe Kick in this. It's another zero-cost card, but it's a zero-cost card that I don't really ever want to get. Because I do have dual cast as effectively my Evoke the Front. I was actually looking at Skim there more primarily. I will go to the shop because if there's nothing that I want, I actually don't want FTL because it doesn't replace itself in this deck. This is one of the examples of where FTL does fall down. I kind of want Lantern card removal, but I actually don't need the extra energy, do I? So I don't want Lantern. You know what? I'll actually take Pen Nib card removal because we do play a ridiculous amount of cards, attacks included. Oh, which is actually going to be really annoying against this enemy. We're about to buff this enemy a ridiculous amount. All right, we'll use our smaller reboot first. Ourselves out. Deep breathe. Zap. Great. Good with that. All right, I'm going to get a lot of status effects here, but because all of them are small attacks, I'm actually giving the enemy more armor than with like taking away an HP. All right, that's a pretty good turn. I can't even count the amount of HP that we would have went through there. It would have been pretty bonkers. All right, I'm throwing a fire potion here. I don't want to take that damage. Not another scrape. No. They'll start to get in each other's way. I think we're riding the line right now. The line of effective without interference. So scrape, and then scrape gives us all these zero costs. Deep breathe gets us more energy. Oh, it's time for the scrapes again. I love this build. I love bread. It is insane how effective this is. We're just, look at the sundial. Look at it go. It can't keep track of our damage. There we go. It's perfect. Molten Egg. Whenever you would add an attack card to your deck, it is upgraded. Another regen potion. Hyper Beam hologram. Nope. None of that. Now, we do need to smith the dual cast and then our 2 scrapes. Ooh, this one's going to be a wee bit of a challenge. Well, there goes our first hand on that one. Uh-oh. Never mind, we've got one of them down. Good. Can you hit you for a bunch of damage? We'll dual cast before we reboot, just in case it hit the back line, which it didn't, which is unfortunate, but it's okay. Alright. Now, obviously should have done that in the other order, by the way. We can make vulnerable before I hit. Alright. That's pretty good. That was like 100 damage on that turn. 50 to you and 20 to each of the others. Ooh, another scrape as well. And I have to say, this pen nib is actually really handy. Actually performing kind of as I'd hoped. Happy Flower, every 3 turns, gain an energy, probably not necessary. A lot of cards there that aren't as well. Smiling Mask, the merchant's card removal service now always costs 50 gold, which is actually really good for us. Undo upgrades to be 0 cost, but the problem is it's not useful. How many times have we taken damage? Like, you need to compare how likely it is to be useful to the effect. The effect is good, but it's very, very, very unlikely to be useful in most fights, so it's probably not that great. Unfortunately, can't take Panache here. That would be like the perfect card for this deck. Another Deep Breath here that I can't take as well. Both of those are quite unfortunate. We'll remove a Defend. Okay, Zap's great. Beam Cell, go for those eyes. I'll dual cast before I Deep Breathe. Beam Cell, scrape. Go for those eyes. Now it's shuffle time. Oh look, it's 2 more scrapes. That's really good. Really glad to see him. Go for those eyes, and then scrape. Now let's deeply breathe. Oh look, it's another scrape. Beautiful. Let's see how that goes. All right, there's the end of our turn. Reboot, let's go. I love this so much. Mummified Hand! Whenever you play a power, a random card in your hand costs 0 to the rest of the turn. Claw. Claw, definitely. It also immediately upgrades as soon as we pick it up, so we don't have to worry about that. We'll upgrade the other scrape. That's helping the cycle through our deck, basically. Claw, scrape. We'll Zap dual cast. Beautifully. Did get my intended target. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Okay. Take you out, and now it's time for the first reboot. Go for the eyes. Great. Wrong order on those as well. But I'm holding all of the non-zero cost cards in my hand. Except for the scrapes. And now it's back to those. Claw is already dealing 18 damage. This is the first turn. Vajra, start each combat with 1 extra strength. Poison Potion gets ignored. Axe Kick, Cold Snap, Cold-Headed, no. Now we'll Smith again. Smith the other reboot. We play the Beam Cell so many times in a turn that increasing the amount of vulnerability that it does isn't really that effective. Okay, time for reboot. Beam Cell, go for the eyes, zap. Okay, we'll actually deep breathe before we scrape there. Yeah, because I had a lot of cards that it wouldn't have drawn. Alright, that worked out pretty well. Now let's reboot. Start it from the top. Now we hear. Started from the top, now the whole crew here. Alright, deep breathe, and there we go. Half HP on the Bronze Automaton, first turn. I think we're doing okay. Call it a hunch, but I think we're doing okay. Alright. That. Deep breathe. Swift potion's not necessary. Meteor strike. Hello again. Another thing that I still can't take. Machine learning. Draw one additional card every single turn. Upgraded would be innate, and then it would be making something else in my hand cost 0 for the turn. That's written wrong, by the way. A random card in your hand costs 0 for the turn, because it costs 0 until you play it. Because if it costs 0 for the turn, it would still cost 0 in your discard pile, and if you cycled back into it, it would still cost 0, but it doesn't. It costs 0 until you play it. I think that actually should be changed. Machine learning, drawing an extra card every single turn. I don't know if that's necessary. We are about, by the way, to get our socks fucking... No, I swore. Damn it. We're about to get our socks freaking rocked by the Time Eater. So just get ready for that, basically. That's all I'm saying. Get prepared. Be prepared for... Oh god, I've forgotten the lyrics. Whatever it is, you do need to be prepared for sensational news. A shiny new era is tiptoeing nearer. And where do we feature? Just listen to teacher. I know it sounds boring. No, is it boring? I know it sounds sordid, but you'll be rewarded when at last I am given my dues. And injustice. Never mind. Lizard Tail. The reason I picked up the Lizard Tail there, by the way, instead of the nuclear battery is we don't actually need energy. We regenerate way too much of it. The Lizard Tail is basically going to protect us against any untimely death. It's not a great option, but it works. Zap. And then Exploder. Time for the deep breath. Wow, I actually killed the frontliner there. Hell yes. Okay, cool. Just had to check my bearings on that one. Another scrape going on. Can I kill all of y'all? Scrape goes to the back line on that one. And yes. The answer is yes. Explosive Potion's actually quite useful in this floor. Take it. I am actually looking at the possibility of picking up the White Noise here, because we upgrade the White Noise, it becomes 0 cost. And then it makes something else 0 cost with a Mummified Hand. This is insane. We need the Madnesses. Because if the Madnesses make Scrape cost 0, then Scrape is an infinite. Panache. Okay. Life just got nutty here in Duckburg. This is an infinite. Runic Dodecahedron. If your HP is full, gain energy at the start of each turn. No. I can't put too many more cards in this. Alright. We should be able to kill on the first turn here. Basically indiscriminate. It's really annoying that Madness is in this hand. Because I do need to burn the Madnesses out of the deck as well. That's the thing. Okay, Madness can make a Scrape cost 0 here. Beautiful. Now, I do need to upgrade the Madnesses so they're 0 cost as well as the White Noise. I need to upgrade to be 0 cost. Panache, then Scrape cost 0. Beam Cell, Zap, dual cost. Deep Breathe, see if we can restart the chain. We can. And now we reboot to restart the chain. I can make the auto shields cost 0. I guess I should, actually. Oh, and then just murder. Or a Calcum, if you end your turn without gaining block, gain 6 block. In combination with the Thread and Needle, that means we are completely... Well, we're defended from 11 damage every single turn, regardless. Sure, I'll fight you all for a relic. Especially because none of you is spiky, so that's the only thing that I really would have been scared of. This is actually really unfortunate. This opening hand is garbage. And our hands are about to get worse because we've got these 2 days being put in our deck. Okay, this is actually going to be a fight. We've got a real fight on our hands. Okay. Dual cost reboot. Definitely claw, scrape. 0 cost left in the deck. Couple. Thank you to Panache for basically being the only reason we're going to make it through this fight in particular. That was my bad. I could have killed that turn. I just needed to do the final 2 things in the opposite order. Gear, you can now gain strength at rest sites for 3 times maximum. We're not going to be able to do that. We're also not going to take the second scrap there. Definitely Panache. Zero cost that scrape. Zap, deep breathe. See if we get some more scrapes back. We do not. Bit of white noise though. Creative AI is handy. And reboot for an entirely new hand. Hell yeah, let's go. Claw into dual cast. There goes the back line. All right, reboot time. Beam cells. Scrape. And then we can use the other scrape to draw the first scrape. And then we can just use it for the kill. Blue Candle. Curse card's gonna be played. That's actually really, really handy because it means I can remove those from my deck. Seek is interesting. I'm actually thinking about taking it just so that I can fish for the right cards. The thing is, if I get Seek at like the end of a turn, it's garbage. Symbiotic Virus at the start of each combat. Channel 1 Dark gains. Okay. That's really not gonna have like an impact, but okay. Here we do need to smith a white noise. And now I need to smith the other 2 Manuses as well. Oh, good gosh, this is perfect. Alright, reboot. We'll play auto shields so that I can then Madness and know that it's going to hit a scrape. Okay, we're gonna play so many cards here. Alright, let's seek to take a... Oh, no. I didn't have the right scrape in hand. Damn. Okay, deep breathe. See if I can get the scrape. Okay, I couldn't. That's unfortunate. Well, go for the eyes. Dual cast. We've got so many stacks of vulnerability on you. It's insane. Love it. All right, reboot time. Madness, and I do have the costed scrape in here, so now this should be pretty much truly an infinite. No, I can't do that. I can't take the Dead Branch in here. This deck has so little affordance for extra cards before it starts losing its ability to combo off. I would like to, just for the memes and the jokes and the funs, but this deck literally cannot sustain that. Alrighty then. Drop a whole lot of damage there. Deep breathe to see if we can start that run again. We can. And we've got the second reboot in hand as well. Hell yes. Seek to take a Panache and a scrape. All right, now time to reboot. Hell yes. Auto shields is great as well. I'm actually really enjoying the fact that auto shields is in the deck because it's just an in case kind of thing. And then I'll let the lightning kill so that I keep my pen nib charge the next match. All right. Now here we're also going to smith one of the madnesses. This is so that the madnesses can't hit one another and so that the madnesses can also be drawn from scrape. One down. Dash into Seek. Taking a madness and a scrape. Beautiful. Oh, I do have Panache active. That's my bad. I shouldn't have been targeting that enemy there. Just completely play out the hand. It's completely thoughtless in the execution, but in the setup, it was effort central. All right, we'll smith once more to upgrade this madness. We may actually be able to kill on turn 1, depending on our draw. This draw could get near there. I'll see how it goes. I'm kind of hoping that the AoE just kills these cultists over time. Okay. Madness and scrape. Madness and scrape. Okay, yeah, now we probably should just be able to chain off until the end of times. And those frontliners are just going to die passively. Love it. Okay, so now I can play Claw, go for the eyes, then I can scrape, then I can Claw, go for the eyes, then I can scrape, Claw, go for the eyes, scrape, and we're just getting energy back. All right. I'll play out my machine learning so that it doesn't screw up my draws, and I'll let all the rest of that hold for a while. 44 incoming damage. Now, we can't actually defend against 44 incoming damage. Okay, never mind. We're fine. Claw. Oh, I should Beam Cell at some point as well. Scrape. I mean, I can play 3 cards that aren't Scrape, so I can Beam Cell, Claw, go for the eyes, Scrape. Beam Cell, Claw, go for the eyes, scrape. I mean, this is the fastest you can kill the Awakened one, right? Because it has 2 modes, so the second turn is the fastest you can kill. 1,522 damage right there on the defect. That is actually a really, really high score for me. We got Beyond Perfect. We got Combo. We got Champion. We hunted down elites on every floor. We got Light Speed as well. I am really pleased with that performance. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you as we continue our Ascension runs next time.